Cavaliers will kick it off to get us underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Clemson Tigers offense takes the field for the first time today. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Clemson is quick to the line. Reads it, fires complete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Offensive players know where the ball is going. Defensive players don't. Great job by the DB adjusting to the football, seeing it, playing the wide receiver, and making sure he can't catch the football.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wide out. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. The inside handoff. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Tempo and overdrive. Here comes the option. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Quick strike complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller's going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind. Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time to hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. And the Cavaliers will hustle to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. They'll line up for a second down play.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Cavaliers are flying down the field.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way...
Touchdown, Virginia! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He wants to throw here on second down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
I know everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Moving out of the pocket. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Cavaliers decide to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Clemson has their paws on it and they'll send out the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable with that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Clemson jumps to the line. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the year.
Oh, there's the ball! And the fumble goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, actually picked up yardage on the play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. From the gun, the ground game. Sweet feet on the move. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Clemson.
And the Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, that's just a miss by the quarterback. That's a simple slant route. That ball's got to be thrown out in front or put in the face mask of the receiver. Bad throw by the QB.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Man, that is one this QB is going to wish he had back. That receiver was so wide open. There was nobody even near him, and the quarterback somehow overthrew him.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
The DBs will back off a bit. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The Cavaliers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. give to the back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
2nd down now after the sack. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Moving away from pressure. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
How about keeping it on the ground on 3rd and long? He gets 9 on the play, and that brings up a 4th and 3. And the Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He wants to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
It's now 2nd down.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs have got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite him.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Cavaliers will punt this one away.
On to punt it away.
Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for space. It's Samuel. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong. Be big. Be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Unleashes it on the run. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
On 2nd and 10, he 4 wide out set, trips right. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He can't make the catch, had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
To throw, it's Schneider. Uncorks it. Soft spot in the middle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Cavaliers want to move quickly.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
They'll give it to the back. Breaks the tackle. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And they'll send out the field goal unit.
Number 14 on the field goal.
It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Clemson, 7.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He'll do it himself. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down, 10 yards to go. Really nice run there by the Tiger quarterback. And, you know, even the great passers like Trevor Lawrence, remember that great run he had in the postseason against Ohio State? That's a staple of the Tiger attack.
Yeah, that was a 50-plus yard run, and they needed it the most. And that's what you've seen. When the offense doesn't have answers to a lot of other things, they always got the running quarterback. And especially in those critical situations, you see it when they get in the red zone. It's going to be a big area on third down. When I need it, this QB can make things happen.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Ball in the air, intercepted! And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. The hand to the running back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
This is a 3rd and long. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Cavaliers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll try to run for it. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll toss it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The Tigers in the hurry up. He's got it down the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. From the gun, running back on the move.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Leaves it with the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this one splits the uprights. And the 3 ball locks us up as we get closer to the half. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. On the ground, it's Averill. Bulls his way forward. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Using the quick game. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's now second down after the short completion. To the air, it's Schneider. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. One more snap coming before halftime. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pressure coming. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustment.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. And the Cavaliers want to pick up the tempo.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
Grab behind the line. It's Averill. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Back to throw. It's Schneider. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Yeah, and I think the comeback route when you run it against man is so hard to defend because I'm that DB. I'm thinking, I can't get beat deep, I can't get beat deep, and then all of a sudden he slams on the brakes and comes back to the football. Really hard route to defend.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm. A first down run on the doorstep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Abram. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Clemson is quick to the line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Twin receivers on both sides of the field. It's 2nd and 4. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. Offense, quick tempo.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Clemson! What a catch and run for 6. And they did make the extra point, and we... here in the 3rd. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go deep.
He's got it down the left. Open runway ahead. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Cavaliers want to crank the tempo.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Trying to get to it. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And you can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quarterback now breaking the field. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
He'll keep it himself. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And they just need a few inches for the 1st down, but they've got 3 receivers spread to the right. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got his man downfield. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin.
The score.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arkansas State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking for a gap. It's Averill. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. And the Cavaliers heading quickly to the line. Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Looking for a man. It's Schneider. Steps away to find some room. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
So frustrating as a defense because you got the offense in 3rd down. You're in a situation now where you can get off the field if somebody just makes a play, but you let the quarterback escape. And then beyond all that, you can't even get a good hit on him because he slides to protect himself.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Cavaliers line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it in the middle, it's Powell. They get him down after he makes the catch. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
Good enough for a 1st down.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires one high and deep. Makes the catch. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. And score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Looking to pass. It's Schneider. He lofts one down the sideline. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Makes his connection. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Just outside the red zone in the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points to get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The aerial assault continues. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground. in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy is having himself a day.
To the air, it's Schneider. Quick strike complete. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Cavaliers are in the hurry-up.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Firing to the right, complete.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything way down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Back to throw, it's Schneider. Takes the easy completion. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Virginia!
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. Trying to convert this 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They want to just keep throwing it. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You got to make something happen. Really, really good job by the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense. Now you got to go score, and I got to get one more stop.
The short hands, it's Gage. And he goes down after making the grab, picks up a few, but still short of the first down. On second down, they'll take to the air, trying to make magic with his feet. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
It is good.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be...
An offense
Stopped at the 23. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And I tell you what, this is the big difference between the NFL and college football. So many guys, week in, week out, they just pull the ball down, or they take a design quarterback run like this and chew up so many yards so fast, so dynamic, so athletic at the quarterback spot in college football.
On the move. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Now on the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers!
And this is obviously a no-brainer. Great job by the offense, great execution. Inside of 2 minutes, you got to go for two. You got to dial up this play, try to tie this football game up. What's your favorite two-point play?
And down he goes, and down goes for the moment. The chance to tie the game here in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
36.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So still a two-point game here, and you'd like to give your defense a little pat on the back by following their stop with a score, Jesse.
Yeah, and I feel like the offense here, they sense this opportunity, right, David? They know if they go score, they put themselves in a position to win.
And you put your defense...
And the ball's loose. The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way. He's off to the races. Oh, the unthinkable has happened for this offense. They're into the end zone. It's a touchdown for the D. You're happy you got the ball back, but the defense takes it a step further and just goes ahead and gets 6.
And you just want to get the stop, right? And you get the stop, you get the points. But guess what, Reese? I'm going to need another stop. This defense is going to be right back on the field. Unbelievable play, but you got to do it again.
Got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll try to tack on an extra point here deep in the game. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull. They're trailing by 11 to Arkansas State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air on first down. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Got his man quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw on first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Wants to throw on second down. Finds space on the right. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. He's looking to throw it. Lofts one high and deep. It's complete. Touchdown, Tigers. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Just trucks through it. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be...
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
This quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He's got his man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. And the Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw at Schneider. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
Well, that one fell incomplete, and they know they're only one big completion away here from getting that field goal they need so bad. They have time to get a first down, clock it, or use the sideline to stop the clock.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Corners are going to bail. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's incomplete into the end zone, and that's going to do it. That puts a wrap on this one. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.